Our partnership program or project came about after we'd worked with the community. We set aside our ask, we went back to the community and the community leaders and said, you know, what are the key things for you and where do you want to go in the sort of immediate future? They responded with respect, dignity, they wanted a sense of belonging, they wanted to build good strong lives in Melbourne or in Australia, they wanted a future for their children. They wanted jobs.
We need staff. Staff are difficult to get these days, and especially qualified staff.
There's a shortage in the marketplace. There's a shortage, as the union said, there is a shortage in trained people of getting the job.
My name is Habon Sudi. I'm representing African Australian Women Association. My background is from Somalia. I came to Australia as a refugee.
Most of us now are being supported by welfare, of which you still feel like you are in a refugee camp, where you are being fed, But when you get a secure job, the job that you like, you're working happily, that reduced your stress of thinking of past, and also you're getting paid, which will improve your life.
One of the things that we've identified down in the flats is the fact that there's not a lot of employment opportunities for the African community, and I suppose you can take it in two ways. A, that there are job opportunities out there, but it's about being able to link in with the various employers to get these people job opportunities. And again, through our relationship with LHMU, Cindy, Jane, we've had a number of meetings, tossing ideas around. How can we get some things off the ground? Who are the employers? And one thing has led to another, and we've now got a training program up and running.
Look, out here we've got a fairly good rapport with LHMU and work with them during our inductions, etc. With all of our new staff have to come through induction, and they come out and do a spiel with our staff out here, which led then to Jane and Cindy and everybody talking to me about getting African women back into the workforce through one of our directors as well. And then I joined the steering committee to move along with that to see how we can help and assist to get some people back into the workforce.
When they give the training and they achieve the certificate, they say it's up to you to look for a job, and for them it's very hard to look for a job by themselves. Some of them, like the union, it's they connecting to the employer, and when they finish the training, straight they start work, and that really helps a lot.
It just shows you these people do want to get jobs. They want to be employed. They want to just start living their lives normally and not have to depend on Centrelink benefits.
The idea would be is to use our relationships with employers and build a partnership project that would deliver jobs with some training, but guaranteed jobs at the end of that period. This is different and innovative, as I understand, and that's why there are many other organisations who've looked at the union with interest, because there's not many people who've been able to place people in a guaranteed job at the end of some training, whether it be formal or informal training.
It's a great initiative, and again, it's about partnershiping and building on community partnerships, extending our connections to the broader community, and it really does hit the mark with Victoria Police with one of our key aims in our 2008-13 action plan, and that is connecting with the community.
The community, the union, they actually make some difference for us. And this is an amazing chance. I can't believe it sometimes. I want to see more of this and more of the employees,
They're all really happy, and I think the aspect of actually getting employment at the end of this training is huge. Because with our clientele, and often with the students I've trained for maybe doing 6-month courses, the biggest problem we have is that there isn't an employer at the end quite often, and they do all the training, they do the certificate, and by the end, well, what happens now?
LHMU training, it's really good because they connected to the employees. When they train the people, they straight away leading to work.
My name is Abukbol. I'm from Sudan. And as you guys can see, it's too hard to find a job for African people. There was a meeting for African people and some employment, like job network and all this stuff. So I went for them, and then I was just talking about African, like how we don't get a job, we apply for job. And they said, you can go for a job interview, and they said, we're gonna call you back, and they don't call you back. So we just kind of thinking, why? Because we don't have some experience. And a lot of jobs in Australia, you have to have experience. And one of my friends called me up and said, look, there's some course in Union and all this stuff. I said, okay, I will just tell my friend and we're going to go to Union and we'll see what they do to us.
We know what you mean.
Yeah, so we all just came here, so we're just doing the course because it's too hard to find a job. And finally, we hope so we found a job, and we just running the course, so we finished the course today. And I'm going to give big thanks to Union,
Having an employer is just so fantastic. They know that they're going to walk out on Friday, they're going to have a statement of attainment in workplace skills, and then they're going to be employed on Monday. So that is it's the perfect situation.
Community organising does generate goodwill. It's allowed us to connect and build good relationships with organisations and individuals that where we may not even have worked together yet. But we know that there's a shared value. We know that we're all working towards either a win in a campaign or social justice changes, and for that, it all is worth it.
This is a dream coming true.